Okay, it says we're live. Let me just double check Facebook and make sure. Okay, we're good to go.
Oh, good. Do we have any friends here?
Yes, we do have a friend or two joining right away. Good morning, Dave. Thanks for being with us this morning. I'll go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Thank you for watching. And thank you for joining us. For those of you here live, I'm Jamie Chavez, the President and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce. And every week we bring you a series of live broadcasts. Monday's broadcasts are your backstage pass to City Hall with interviews from City Council members and other key leaders in the city. And Wednesdays, we talk to our newest members of the chamber with an introduction of what they have to offer. And what is on usually the last Friday of the month, I have the pleasure of talking with JeffCo County Commissioner Tracy Kraft-Tharp. We moved it up a week this month, so it seems like we've talked recently, but well, that's because these months are just flying by. But if you're new to the broadcast, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. We encourage you to like and follow this page on Facebook so that you receive notifications for when we go live in the future. And if you're on YouTube, you can hit subscribe and you can watch all of our previous broadcasts there, or any that you might be interested in. And then also, as you watch this broadcast, we encourage you to engage with us, drop your comments, ask any questions, say hello. We'd love to chat with you during the interview. And now, finally, a very warm welcome to JeffCo County Commissioner Tracy Kraft-Tharp. Thanks for being with us. Happy Friday.
Hi, happy Friday. I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm glad it's Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, Parker.
There's Parker Brown. So before we get started, do you want to talk about what we're doing next Friday?
Yes, I would love to do that. We are doing a legislative tour. And so we are stopping, you and I and State Representative Lindsay Doherty are starting out at Sweets of Inspiration Bakery in historic Westminster. And that will be at 9 o'clock in the morning next Friday morning. That's why we've moved your broadcast to this week. But anybody who would like to has the opportunity to come down and chat with you and State Representative Doherty and ask questions, voice concerns, sing praises, whatever the case may be, and you'll be there to chat with people.
Yes, definitely. I'm posting this live stream on my Facebook page.
Oh, great.
At Tracy for JeffCo. So
yes.
I forgot to do it earlier.
That's okay.
But you reminded me of that because I have information about next Friday on my Facebook page, Tracy for JeffCo. So if people want to go on there and get information about it, they can do that also.
Yeah. And then from there, you and I and Representative Doherty will travel to a few different Westminster businesses and just check them out and say hello and just see what's going on in the city. So I appreciate you doing that with us.
Oh, it will be a lot of fun. I've done it before and have always really enjoyed it.
Good. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited.
Yes.
Yes, I do encourage people come down to Sweets of Inspiration. The owner there, Erica, she's going to have some things out for people to try. And she's also got lots of coffee options. They have a latte machine. And so it'll be a fun morning. So
good. It will be a fun morning. Sounds great. So I have a list of things I have collected in the couple weeks since we have met.
Great.
And I think I sent it to you earlier, but I'll walk through my list. Really want to encourage people to ask questions, either about the items that I'm talking about or other things, because that's really helpful. So Parker and Dave Carpenter, looking for your questions. Is Brian Head here?
There are some other people watching. I don't know who they are. Usually when he jumps on, he says hi. So we'll see.
So I want to say congratulations to Brian Head and congratulations to you, Jamie, because I understand you have a new staff.
I do, yeah.
And who is that?
Her name is Emma Head, and she's actually Brian's daughter.
Oh my goodness. And did she used to work here before?
Well, she interned with the chamber in the summer of 2022. So she does have, well, and of course she
Yeah.
grew up around it. So she's got lots of insider information and kind of knows the ins and out, which is great. She's already been super helpful, and I am so excited to have some help. So
Yes, and I knew her. I worked with her when she was an intern here, and then I walked into Carrabba's one time, and she was working there.
yeah,
And this is a woman who Emma was great when she interned with us. Yes, definitely, but she is really getting to know Westminster and being the Westminster expert. So it will be exciting to have her back again and to work with her again.
yeah, I'm thrilled. And yeah, Parker was giving me heck about it because he says you stole my employee.
Oh yeah, because she probably would have worked for you this for her for him this summer.
Yeah.
Oh
But
well,
she's a marketing major, and so her role with us is marketing coordinator. So it should lend really well to what her goals are.
well that is great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will start whipping through my list. So if you or anybody else needs a passport, it can be a little more difficult these days to get a passport. You have to mail your old passport in. It takes about 10 weeks to get it from the federal government. But if you're going on a trip in the meantime, or you don't feel secure about mailing your passport in, um, the Jefferson County Clerk and Recorder is having what they call a passport palooza, and that's on May 28th, just next week. I think it's like from 9 to 3, where you could go down to the administrative building um, and get your passport renewed. I would look up more information on the JeffCo webpage to get the actual details. Um, like
You
I
said
think
that was what's the date? Sorry.
May 28th,
Okay.
which is next week.
Yeah.
And I think it's from 9 to 3. Um, I don't think you have to make an appointment, but you have to RSVP to make
Okay.
sure that there's not tons of people. But I would encourage people to go online. But it's Passport Palooza, and it's a whole lot easier than the normal process of renewing your passport. So
That's awesome. Yeah, and for people with kids too, because that was kind of a challenge getting my
yeah,
girls their passports. So if you've got kiddos that need passports, that's a great time to take advantage of that opportunity.
yes, definitely. So May 28th, right around the corner. The other thing that's right around the corner, June 1st, and I think this is 9 to 12, the district attorney's office is having their twice a year event. It's called Fresh Start. So if you are somebody who has a warrant, maybe a warrant for a traffic ticket, you didn't pay a traffic ticket, you were supposed to go to court on something and you didn't go, so you have a warrant sitting out there, rather than being nervous about being pulled over by the police and having them take care of that warrant. The DA's office has this event called Fresh Start, where they meet with you and they work it out to take care of that warrant. So that's coming up again. That's on June 1st. I think they've done it 3 other times in JeffCo. Other
That's
counties do
amazing.
it also.
Do you know how many people have taken advantage of it?
Very successful. I am thinking, and I'm going to say this, and I probably shouldn't. I'm thinking like 76 people.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
Right, because that's what I'm thinking. I could probably look at my old chamber notes. Oh, 60 warrants were cleared in January.
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a cool program.
it is a cool thing, and I'm really glad that they're doing that. So that's coming up on June 1st.
Awesome. And
Yes.
looks like we have Christina joining us. Good morning, Christina. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning. And on dates, the other thing to put in your calendar is June 3rd. Ballots will be mailed for the primary.
Okay.
So the primary is actually June 25th. Um, but ballots will start to be mailed on June 3rd. I always encourage people, don't wait till June 25th. Get your ballot out of your mailbox, fill it out, put a stamp on it, or go to one of the ballot boxes. Like there's a ballot box at City Hall, there's one at City Park. Um, most post offices have ballot boxes. Go throw it in. We have the coolest system in Colorado where they do ballot tracks, where you can sign up to have them email you when your ballot gets mailed out to you. And then after you fill it out and send it back in, when they receive it.
Yeah, I do that, and it is cool because it's just that peace of mind knowing that your ballot made it.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So we have everybody is on the primary ballot. Not everybody is running in a against somebody for the primary.
Okay.
Here in the North area, Senate District 19, we do have a primary for that Senate race. So it's really is more important than ever to be able to get out there and vote.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that's my dates for people's calendars.
Thank you.
So I heard the district attorney do a presentation, and she had some really good um, news and information. So crime data in Jefferson County is down to the 2017 levels.
Oh, great. Pre-COVID levels.
Yes. So part of what happened is crime on, I think I want to say on every level, auto thefts, homicide, really increased in 2020. Somebody should write a book about what that's about. COVID made people commit crimes. I don't know. But crime rates really increased, but it's good to see that crime rates are now going down. I thought she had said homicide data is also down, but I was just reading some other information. It's getting down there. Homicide rates are decreasing, and I'm not sure if they're down to the 2017 rates, but homicide data also increased in 2020.
Yeah, so interesting. Well, I'm glad that that's reversing now.
Yes, and so as a result of that, the jail population is down. So in 2019, after 2019, the sheriff shut down a floor of the jail, primarily because it wasn't being used. Um, that was a lot of concern to the municipalities who really felt like they didn't want to be constrained or have to make decisions based upon the capacity of the jail. So that jail floor reopened. The jail population is now down again. So that's good news. Um, also.
Yeah, that's amazing. Always good to hear news like that.
Yes. So let's talk about the library. So a couple things on the library. They have a digital literacy program, and that is funded through ARPA, which is the federal dollars to help people recover from the COVID. Um, so their digital literacy program is being nominated for a national award. I think that's just so very exciting that our library system is being recognized.
Yeah.
We really do have one of the most, uh, creative libraries. I think libraries have had to change their purpose and their focus over the years with everybody going digital, including me.
Digital and audio.
Yes, yeah. I have not checked out a book from the library in years and years, but I check out books every week online, check out ebooks. So they really have had to change to be more of a community organization and a community focused around community needs. And our library, I mean, I got to tell you, I'm a total fangirl of our executive director, Donna Walker. She is like the most gracious, innovative, creative person that you've ever met. It's just a joy to watch her. I learned so much just from watching her. But they do a lot of different activities now. Like they have authors of books speak. I mean, is that not cool?
That is cool.
Yeah, in Arvada, so the Arvada Library is in Old Town. They have a social worker navigator position that's able to help a lot of the unhoused people that are hanging out in their patio or inside in their foyer. So they're able to provide services and connect them with community services.
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's very innovative. It's just a very innovative approach to a problem.
Yes, yes. And they have one of the first in the country um, libraries in oh shoot, over by McIntyre, in Arvada, McIntyre, and no, Indiana and 64th, where Monroe Grill is. They have a little library there that you could just go there. It's not staffed. You get a pass card. You go in. You could pick up your books, order them online, and pick them up. Ooh, God bless you. God bless you. One of the first in the country. They are looking at the west part of Jefferson County, around putting in a library in that whole Cabela's, Layden Rock area,
Okay.
Candela's Layden Rock area. So they're just that
That would
library
be a
goes.
great place for a library.
That what?
That would be a great place for a library.
Would be a great place for the library because Stanley Lake is pretty close, but it still is a little far to kind of stop in. So the library is doing lots of creative things. One of the things that the library is really working with now is they had a collective bargaining election a couple months ago, and the staff did vote to move to collective bargaining. And so they are one of the first in the country libraries to move towards collective bargaining. The Colorado legislature passed legislation a couple years ago around starting to unionize county services, and this is the first in that direction. So they will start collective bargaining sometime this summer. So it will be interesting to see what works, what doesn't work, what's easy, what's not easy. The primary focus, though, is really let's make sure that the workers have a good, safe place, productive place to be able to work. And I think everybody has that goal in mind. So
Yeah.
it will be interesting to see what they're doing with that.
Yeah.
So that's the library.
Okay.
Public health. So we have a new public health director. She's been there for 9 months. She came from Indiana. Her name is Dr. Sarah Story. She's so cool. I've had lunch with her a couple times. She's really great. So met with her and got some information from her. They have a program called Family Connects, and this program provides for all Jefferson County families free access to post-birth nurse home visit.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it really is, because that's definitely something that's lacking that I know so many women would benefit from.
Exactly. Yes. So, I mean, that should just help families in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Uh, in June, so they receive some grant money. In June, they will have 3 mobile vans that can go out in the community to provide public health services like vaccinations. So they will start to come to different events. They will provide treatment, not just diagnosis. And what they're looking at doing is going to food markets.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know if they have worked with ours in Westminster yet, but I'll be checking on that. But so public health will be going out into the community on their different mobile vans. Pretty amazing, huh?
let's see. Parker says, can you ask the new leader of the health department to give me an exempt status on health inspections?
Sure, not a problem. Yeah, yeah. You just count
Anything for
on
you, Parker.
yeah, anything for you. You just count on it taken care of. Not a problem. No, Parker, you want those health inspections because you want your customers to make sure that everyone's feeling safe and they're pouring into your restaurant.
Yeah.
So
Plus, you have no problem passing those.
right, right. The not good news from public health is, and you may have seen this on the news, but Colorado and Jefferson County are experiencing a surge in syphilis.
I have not heard this.
In late stage syphilis.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. So in Jefferson County, there's been a 500% increase since 2016. I have to plug my iPad in here,
Yeah, no problem.
or I may disappear. So there's been a 500% increase since 2016.
In late stage syphilis, even.
Late stage to where people are dying.
Oh my goodness.
So the governor apparently did a public health order. The public health department is really pushing people to be tested. And so I'm sure that's largely what the mobile vans will be doing too.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah. Really rather surprising, don't you think?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I think I just don't think of syphilis as being a problem, but wow, that's a problem.
Right. Right. And if it's late stage enough that people are dying, that's a problem.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I suspect that I suspect we're going to see lots of media around that, around if you have the symptoms, which I don't know what they are, get tested. And that's largely what the mobile van will be doing.
Right. Great. Well, that's good.
Yes. So from that bad news, I'll go to good news again. The airport, Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport, has hired an airport manager. Yay. That process has been going on the last couple months. Lindsay Doherty is calling me.
Oh gosh.
I just hung up on my state representative.
You can blame me. Say this is Jamie's fault.
Right. So there's been a number of processes. Staff have we had over 40 applicants for the airport manager position. Staff did initial interviews. Then there was a panel of community members, community leaders that did interviews. They narrowed it down actually to 4 people. Yes, Parker, we could set up a meet and greet with the new director and the chamber. Oh yeah. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Last month, there were 3 candidates, and they were part of a community forum in which community members were able to come in and talk with them. And then there was a next. We interviewed the commissioners, interviewed them. So I mean, all that is telling you it's been a pretty intense process.
Yeah.
So the candidate that we hired, his name is Eric, and he is from Indiana. He was the airport manager at the St. Louis, or general manager at the St. Louis airport, and so he's got experience in working with regional airports. You know, I interviewed. I saw him twice. Once at the community forum, and then once when we had a one-on-one interview. Really liked the extent of his knowledge and information, his awareness of community needs, and the difficulties that the communities are really experiencing with, especially noise and lead issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he will be very good. He flew out. He was virtual at the community forum because he had shoulder surgery and couldn't fly. Since then, he has flown out, spent time at the airport, and spent time with the staff. He was offered the position. He accepted it. We're thrilled. He will be starting, I think it's June 17th.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's awesome. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Well, he's coming into some contentious issues, so wish him luck.
Well, I think if you're knowledgeable about airports, you're knowledgeable about the complexity of the issue. I mean, everybody thinks that airports, run airplanes. Airports are largely landlords that are leasing space and leasing hangars. The FAA has authority over the airspace. And that's the complexity of it, is that everyone thinks that, like I was getting emails this morning from people saying, why don't you go out on the runway and tell those planes where they should fly? They would probably run me over. I don't.
Yeah, you have no business out there.
I have no business out there. I have no power to be there. They wouldn't even let me out to walk. Right. So
you didn't know that was part of the job.
Right. So, yeah. Dave Carpenter wants to know if I have any thoughts on the dissolution of the RMMA Noise Roundtable. Yes, I do. I'm very disappointed. The Noise Roundtable was an avenue for the citizens to come and talk about their complaints, for impacted communities to work together, but more important for communities to work on solutions to be able to submit solutions to the FAA. We don't have that. We're talking about other options in the future, but very disappointed.
Yeah.
I have gone through my list. The last thing on my list is the County Board of Commissioners. We have our meetings on Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock. Those are hybrid. You can come on down. We've got a big room. We have a little coffee kiosk there. You can get yourself a cup of coffee and join us for our meetings. We have public testimony. And then those meetings last as long as they go. Sometimes it's a half an hour, sometimes it's hours. And then after that, we have staff briefings upstairs in the boardroom. Staff briefings are open to the public, but do not have public comment. So really want to encourage you, if you are bored on a Tuesday, come on down. Join us for our meetings. We're also available email and phone.
Awesome.
How's that?
Thank you. Good.
Did I put together an interesting list of stuff?
Yeah, that was great. I always like talking to you. You always have interesting things to talk about.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, during the month, when I'm at meetings and I hear things, I'm like, I have to remember to say that on my live stream. So
Yeah.
I jot it down. So I try to pick up some of the interesting stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a great approach. It's always good talking to you.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions before we log off here? I think we're probably good, but just checking in. And again, we'll see you next Friday at the legislative tour with Representative Doherty. That'll be fun. Encourage everyone again to come out at 9 o'clock, Seats of Inspiration, and come say hi, ask any questions, or just hang out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we are too. All right. Well, thanks so much. We'll talk again soon.
Well, that went fast. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for everyone joining us. Parker, Dave, everybody else.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one and have a good long weekend.
Yes, you too.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.